Hi, it's Mark Hayden from SEO Perth here. Today I want to talk to you about a link building tactic, an SEO tactic, which has copped quite a bit of heat from Google lately. Sites being de-indexed, basically Google's trying to wipe the search engine of these type of sites. It's been a particularly good way of building links and ranking sites in the recent past. In fact, it still works really well, as long as you can keep your site from being flagged for a manual penalty. Now, of course, I'm talking about private blog networks or personal blog networks, PBN as they're called. A lot of well-known and successful SEO companies and all that, they use it. A lot of well-known trainers teach PBNs, which is fair enough because it's worked for a very long time. It's worked extremely well. It's been one of the major tools in the arsenal of a lot of SEO firms and people doing SEO for themselves. So the big problem with it that I see is that if I put myself into the position of Google, right? Imagine that I am imagining to myself that I am Google. What sort of sites would I like to get rid of from the index? Now, there's obvious spam ones that are just auto-generated content. Everyone kind of agrees that those are left for left for another search engine to look after. But gibberish, spun content, all that kind of stuff. They're obvious issues. But what about a site, and I'm describing a typical PBN site, what about a site that, it used to be, I don't know, a railway, an old train station website, so it's got, government links and links from education sites and, a lot of good strong backlinks, powerful domain, cool. Someone's bought that after on auction or something, set it up on hosting, put WordPress, and then they've put, so it's a railway site, and then they've put, say, a health article. It's, I don't know, 700 words, couple of links to their health site, and then they've gone and put another article on there that links over to a site about dog training. I don't know, that's the one that a lot of people use as an example. And then there's another article, so the third article is linking to a site about cars. Okay, maybe that's sort of related to trains, but not really. Google can then come and have a look at that site and go, that's a bit strange. There's all these links coming in saying XYZ railways, train schedules, all that kind of stuff. So the first layer of Google's algorithm is going, okay, so this is a site about trains. Cool, I understand that. Then they go on there and go through the articles, and they're random articles, even if they're written by, someone fluent in English and, well written, well researched, linking out to authority articles, all that good stuff that we've been taught. It's got videos embedded and pictures, and it looks nice, but it's a completely unthemed site, right? And it's only got 3 articles. Fine if it's an unthemed site and it's got 50, 60 articles, and it's basically someone, I don't know, a mummy blogger writing about all the different things, like some food here and some sleep tips and I don't know, some exercise and all that kind of stuff, right? So, but it's this site that we're talking about has only got those 3 articles, maybe 20 at most. That seems to be what's taught, and they're all on the home page, right? So they're all linked to from the home page. It's starting to get a little weird, right? So imagine now that this site, right? So Google goes, hang on, that doesn't quite match up with what we thought the site was about. But Google likes to give the benefit of the doubt usually, though they're becoming a little stricter on that now. So they give the benefit of the doubt, so they have a look at the next level, okay? So what's happening with the interaction of the site? How many people are going to the site? How many people are finding the site on the through the search engines, or through social media, through Twitter or through Facebook, all that kind of stuff. you know, how is Google, how is that kind of flow happening? You know, is the site at least useful, right? And they look through and see actually there's pretty much no one's coming to the site. You know, only one person, as in one IP address, seems to keep hitting this website, and it kind of looks a little weird at this stage, right? So then, you know, there's new links being built to this site. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff going on, but there's no user metrics to back it up. The site doesn't fit any theme. It kind of looks really spammy, right? Doesn't matter that your content is you know, well written and everything. It's just spam. I'm sorry. You got to theme your site. You got to get social signals happening. You know, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Google Plus, all that kind of stuff. You know, if it's connected to a verified Google account, great. You know, if it's got regular posting happening on it because you know it's you know, it's connecting, it's talking. There's lots of people coming into the website. You know, actual people, not bots, but you know, I guess maybe you need bot traffic at the beginning. I don't know. I've not really tried that before, but you know, you're building that interaction, and the site is growing organically. You know what? It happens to link to you know, this train site now links off to another train site, or even something like a mechanic site. Okay, maybe. You know, Google has been slammed in the past for going too heavy. You know, I'm particularly not a fan of the Penguin algorithm, the way that it basically holds you down. You know, even after you've cleaned it up and after you've done everything right, you know, it holds you down until it refreshes. But that's for another video. But you know, this current rollout of whatever the algorithm is, maybe it's a continuation of the Penguin 3. I mean, Matt Cutts, I kind of take everything he says with a massive bag of salt, but you know, he said that the Penguin 3 rollout's going to take a while, and I mean, I have no reason to doubt him this time. I mean, it looks like another Penguin kind of update happening, but in this case, it's basically wiping out like spam, manual algorithm penalties, de-indexing, wiping out a whole lot of these low quality sites that were obviously built simply to manipulate rankings. You know, worked for a long time. It still does work, which is kind of getting people, a lot of people talking, because if the sites aren't de-indexed, they're still providing really good rankings. So it's kind of this catch-22. My advice would be to have a look at your backlinking strategy, have a look at the company that you use, make sure that, you know, if they are using PBNs, that, you know, that's not the only thing that they're using, and that, you know, they're regularly checking for things being sites going down, de-indexed, all that kind of stuff. Because if you have a bunch of penalized sites, you know, manually penalized sites that are linking to your main site, you know, imagine what that looks like. You know, all of a sudden there's your business website, and there's, you know, instead of there being 10 really good websites linking to you, 8 of them have got manual penalties on them, and they're the only ones kind of linking to your business site. You're running a really, really dangerous game right there. So, you know, the fix that I highly recommend, if you don't want to take down the blog itself, is to wipe out all the links going to your money site. Just take them off. If you want to try and recover the site, you know, I'm testing a few different things, so we'll see. It is a manual penalty, so it's going to be pretty tricky. However, you know, just as soon as you notice that a site's got a manual penalty, just, you know, delete all the links going to any site that you care about, including to, you know, citations into your social properties and YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. Just wipe it out. So PBNs work. but at the same time they're getting killed. So just be very careful and don't rely on PBNs as your sole form of ranking your websites. So that's all I wanted to bring to you today. I'll see you in another video. This is Mike Hayden from SEO Perth. Have a good day.